The Galactic Council meeting chamber fell silent as Ambassador Trell gazed at the holographic display. The small blue planet called Earth hung suspended before them all, rotating gently amid the stars. As you can see, Trell continued, waving his slender appendage, the humans demonstrate remarkable compassion for a developing species. They tend to their sick, they protect their young, and they show great concern for their planetary biosphere despite their technological limitations. The assembled delegates murmured in approval. Earth's admission to the Galactic Council was proceeding smoothly, unusually so for a species that had only achieved faster-than-light travel 3 standard cycles ago. Ambassador Krill, representing the warrior race of Dravarians, shifted uncomfortably in his chitinous armor. But what of their conflicts? All species have war. We must understand their combat protocols before admission. Trell nodded. The humans have assured us they follow strict rules of engagement. They call them international laws of armed conflict. Most enlightened. At the back of the chamber, Observer Davis, the human diplomatic attaché, cleared his throat. As a former military officer chosen to assist the alien delegation, he had remained silent throughout most proceedings. Protocol dictated that he only speak when addressed directly. Counselor Mira, the ancient Floxian known for her wisdom, turned her compound eyes toward Davis. You wish to contribute, human? Perhaps clarify something for us? Davis stood, his, weathered face betraying no emotion. With respect, counselors, I believe Ambassador Trell may have misunderstood something fundamental about humanity. The chamber grew quiet as Davis approached the central platform. The former Marine walked, with the measured pace of someone who had seen combat. Real combat, not the ritual duels many council species practiced. These rules we follow, Davis said, they exist precisely because we are capable of breaking them. Trell's color-shifting skin paled. I don't understand. Davis nodded to the technician, and the holographic image changed to show Earth's history, brief flashes of conflict through the ages. In our history, we created these rules because we discovered how brutal we could be to one another. The concept of war crimes only exists because we committed them first. A ripple of unease passed through the chamber. Chemical weapons, Davis continued, his voice steady. Firebombing civilian centers, mass executions, torture of prisoners. These things happened before we banned them, and sometimes they happened after. Ambassador Krill leaned forward, newly interested. You're saying humans are capable of unrestricted warfare? We're capable of it, Davis corrected. But we choose restraint, most of the time. The hologram shifted to show images of humanitarian missions, human soldiers building schools, distributing food, treating the wounded. This is also who we are, Davis explained. We contain both possibilities. Our capacity for violence is matched only by our capacity for compassion. The rules don't exist to limit theoretical actions. They exist because we know exactly what we're capable of. Counselor Mira's antennae twitched thoughtfully. So when humans engage in warfare, we make a choice, Davis finished. Every soldier, every commander, every nation decides where to draw the line. The fact that we have concepts like war crimes means we recognize there are boundaries that should not be crossed, even in our darkest moments. Ambassador Trell's skin had shifted to a deep blue of concern. But this is disturbing. Other species in the Council practice ritualized combat with clear rules established over millennia. You're suggesting humans simply choose to follow rules they created themselves? Yes, Davis said simply. And sometimes we fail. The chamber erupted in alarmed chatter. Several delegates moved away from Davis, while others leaned in, fascinated. Counselor Mira raised her appendages for silence. When the chamber quieted, she addressed Davis directly. Human, your honesty is appreciated. But I must ask, why should we trust a species that admits it might break its own moral codes during conflict? Davis looked around the chamber meeting, the alien gazes one by one. Because we're aware of our nature, he said. Because we don't pretend to be perfect. Because every generation we try to be better than the last. Our history is violent, yes. But each time we recognize another boundary, each time we define another war crime, we're evolving. He gestured to the hologram of Earth. That's humanity. Not a species born peaceful, but one struggling toward peace, knowing exactly what the alternative looks like. Ambassador Krill clicked his mandibles together, a sign of respect among his kind. I would rather ally with a species that acknowledges its capacity for darkness than one that denies it exists. The chamber grew quiet as Counselor Mira considered. After a long moment, she spoke. The application for Earth's membership shall proceed, but with a notation. Humanity represents something unusual in our community, a species with both exceptional capacity for violence and exceptional restraint. They are not innocent as we initially believed, but perhaps something more valuable. They are aware. As Davis returned to his place, Ambassador Trell approached him, color now shifted to a curious purple. I have a question, human, the alien said quietly. If your species knows what lines should not be crossed, why do you sometimes cross them anyway? Davis looked at the ambassador with eyes that had seen too much. Because knowing the right path and walking it are different things, but we keep trying. That's what makes us human. The Galactic Council voted unanimously to continue Earth's admission process, and across the stars, species began to look at humans differently, not as the innocent newcomers they had seemed, but as warriors who chose peace while remembering war.